Morning, folks. So, obviously Monday morning, back to work, blah blah blah. So, that Pluckley Woods, man, or Daring Woods as it's called, and also its nickname being Screaming Woods. Wow, what a place. So, although I didn't experience anything spooky, like I said, I'm actually thinking of going back. I'm actually thinking of going back this Saturday. Now, I'm just thinking about it at the moment. It's nothing written in stone, but I kind of want to go back because, like I said, I was checking some stuff online. In fact, I meant to put a link in. I can't remember if I put the link in the description. I think I did. If you guys check it out, I did put a link in the description, and like it's a creepypasta page or something. But anyway, just check out Pluckley Woods or Daring Woods, Screaming Woods, as its nickname. You know, it's locally known as Screaming Woods. And Pluckley Village itself is reputed to be one of the most haunted villages in the whole of England. That's its reputation anyway. It's reputed to be. So, you know, but just because I didn't experience anything on Saturday or Saturday/Sunday, you know, all that night, that, you know, doesn't mean to say that perhaps people don't and that there isn't something there. I don't know 100%. I never did, and it's the second time I've been there, and it's the second time I never really experienced anything necessarily spooky. But I don't know, I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go back, yeah, so basically that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I might go back next Saturday, but I'm also thinking I definitely need to do an abandon explore, and now I've got a bit of means behind me, just for, at least for now. Hopefully that will remain for a little bit longer, because like I said, I didn't buy anything. I was going to buy the screen, like I said, I was going to buy a new camera, I was going to do the Paris trip. I've decided not to do any of those things in the end, to be quite honest. Still kind of mulling over the screen thing, but I'm not sure. And maybe I'll leave it for a little while anyway, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, now that I've got a little bit of means behind me, you see, I can travel further afield, and hopefully I can go somewhere where I've seen some of these other YouTubers go to these old mansions and stuff like that and what have you, sort of thing. And I definitely want to do an abandoned explore somewhere, and somewhere a little bit more, like I say, you know, like one of these old mansions that I've seen people go to and stuff like that, and, you know, or whatever sort of thing, some old factory or whatever. So I mean, something a little bit more interesting, something a little bit bigger to explore, hopefully something a little bit more exciting to film. So this Saturday coming, it's either going to be an abandoned explore, or if I can't find anything, or it's just impractical to get to, or it's too much to get to, or whatever, then I think I'm definitely going to do Pluckley Woods again. I mean, 26 quid wasn't bad, actually. Took an hour. Actually, that's another thing, actually. The getting there was fine, yeah, straight through train. Took just over an hour, actually, to get there, and it's nice straight through train, no chopping and changing and all that lot. But the thing was, which I didn't get to mention in the video, because I didn't do a vlog about it, and I didn't actually put anything in the video afterwards about it, but actually getting back was a nightmare, because they were doing works on the track between Pluckley and Sevenoaks, essentially, and so that meant I had to go on a replacement bus service, and I only just barely caught the train that was just pulling into the station as I was crossing over onto the side for the London side, and the train pulled away, because it was a small little train. It wasn't like the long train that I got on originally, and I nearly missed it. Anyway, blah blah blah. Then I had to get off at where did we get off at? Oh, flipping heck. It's gone out of my head for a minute. I had to get off about 3 stations up, get off there, and then I had to get onto a replacement bus service, like I said, and then, so it just took forever to get home, do you know what I mean? It was just a nightmare. Anyway, but, so getting back wasn't as easy or straightforward, basically. But still, like I said, it was well worth it. I really did enjoy it, although, like I said, it was a bit awkward at times with the camera light and what have you. I'm actually today, I think, at some point, well, obviously after work, obviously, I'm going to go to either Curry's or some camera shop somewhere. I'm going to try and get I've seen like with some YouTubers, it's got like a little mount, like they mount at the bottom of the camera and it sort of curves round and up like that. And then you can mount your light on it, so it's mounted to the camera and the light, and you can hold, there's like with some of them there's like a little handle on the side, and you can hold that, so that's a way of holding your camera and your light with one hand, and then it frees up my other hand and I can turn the screen round when I need to, because I've got the screen facing me now, so that I can see my face in the screen, so I can see that I'm kind of centralized in the you know, in the frame. And whatever, and when I turn the camera around, you see, so I turn the camera around, now obviously the screen's facing the other way, so I can't see now what you guys can see, so I flip the screen back, and then obviously I can see what I'm actually filming. But as you can appreciate, when I've got a camera light in my hand, it makes it extremely difficult then to keep flipping things around and what have you, sort of thing. So yeah, so today I'm going to invest in a little sort of thing, like I say, from what I can see of some of them, on some of their, YouTubers that have got them, it attaches to the bottom of the camera, same place where my tripod is attached now, and then it basically attaches there, then there's an arm that comes out there, and then goes up like that, and then like the camera light is then attached to that. I hope I've explained that fairly well. But anyway, so yeah, that hopefully then will help with that particular issue, and hopefully they're not too expensive either. I don't think they will necessarily. I guess obviously it'll vary, but I should be able to get something like that, I hope, for a reasonable price at least. And yeah, so yeah, but that Pluckley, you know, I keep saying Pluckley Woods, but it's actually called Deering Woods, but like I say, its nickname is Screaming Woods. I don't know, I feel like I need to go back there again. It's an experience, guys. It's seriously, you walk around those woods and they're not like other places where you've got clear defined paths and pathways and whatever sort of thing, where you can, you know, and it's all nice and flat and clearly marked. It's a very oh great, and that's another thing, you don't get that. Do you know what I mean? Pluckley Woods was so quiet. Well, as you guys noticed in the video, man, it's like you could have made a pin drop in that flipping wood. Do you know what I mean? Right, okay, I'm going to walk up. I'm going to catch you guys momentarily. Okay, folks, so noise disruption just then. You know, I love London, I do. I love London, absolutely love it. But it's the noise, man. It's like, you know, especially when, like I said, I think what it is as well is like when you're having a conversation with a friend, you're walking in the street or whatever, or you see, it's not so much on your own, or at least it doesn't. But do you know, see, now we've got airplane flowing over. Do you know what I mean? But I think you become much more aware of it when you're a vlogger. Do you know what I mean? Because you're trying to do a piece to camera, you're trying to do whatever. You know what I mean? You're filming something, whatever. And then there's some sort of noise disruption, do you know what I mean? You're trying to do the thing, and then a car engine or whatever it might be, do you know what I mean? It's just flipping heck, man. Anyway, so now I've completely forgotten what I was saying earlier on anyway. But no, it's a guy with a leaf blower, and it's like so anyway, now, like I said, I've completely forgotten what I was talking about just before I stopped the vlog. Anyway, yeah, completely distracted myself from that. So yeah, like I said, I had a great day. Saturday was just one of the best days I've had in a long time, actually. You know, first with Kev, and we're wandering around, and like I say, you'll see in the video, we went to all these different places in Abbey Road, and you know, and all sorts of different places that we went to, and it was just brilliant. Loved it, absolutely loved it. We had such a good time, and yeah, not sure when we'll be doing it again, but that's cool, that's fine. I'm sure in the not too distant future we'll be definitely doing some more vlogs. I was trying to see if he fancied going to Screaming Woods with me, but I think that was a bit of a no-no for Kev. But fair enough, fair play to him. Oh, that was it. Now I've just reminded myself, I think, because I can't remember if I finished what I was saying just before because of that interruption. That I was saying, like, with Pluckley Woods, it's much more left to its own devices. I mean, it's managed, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? I don't think it's like the Forestry Commission or anything like that take care of it. It's like, I think it's a private, the woods themselves are not private, I don't think necessarily, but the company that manages it, I think. Anyway, so it is managed and whatever sort of thing, but it's not like some places and some areas where it's, I'm trying to think of the word and I can't think, not manicured necessarily, but do you know where it's just like sanitized? No, that's not the right word either, but you know, where it's just like everything's done in such a way that it's really convenient for people. Do you know what I mean? You're going on picnics or, you know, riding your bike or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Pluckley Woods is much more wilder in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Because there's not many main footpaths, and those that do exist tend to be not really very paved very well. And when I say paved, I don't mean necessarily like that, obviously. I just mean with like dirt tracks, but that are like at least easy to navigate. Pluckley Woods is not like that at all. It's much more wilder in that sense, much more just sort of, in a way, left to its own devices in a way. And in some ways that actually makes it even better, and it just, I don't know, it's got under my skin actually, now I think about it. And the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to go back there. Finding this kind of interesting actually, because yeah, I don't know, it's like I've got this urge now. I want to go back right this minute. I want to go there right now. Obviously I'm not going to, but that's how it's making me feel. It's like I really want to go back there. So yeah, but it was, I loved it, absolutely loved it, and it was so peaceful and quiet, and even sitting in the dark. Initially, when I turned the camera lights off, turned all my lights off, and I sat in the dark, and I sat there for at least good 20 to 30 minutes at least, at certain points. And initially, yeah, I was kind of scared, but that's human. That's a normal human reaction when you're in. And it really was that dark, guys. I mean, there were some areas where a little bit more light, because like there's a massive canopy above you. You know what I mean, sort of thing. And there's obviously a lot of the trees have still got leaves on at the moment, albeit that they're you know, obviously gradually turning yellow and falling off, but. For the most part, there's still a big canopy above you, so you can't see much sky at all. Do you know what I mean? If any, in certain parts, and it really is almost so dark you can hardly see that in front of you. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, you know, sat in the dark with very little, you know, light around you, sort of thing. It was quite intimidating and a little bit scary, but after a little while of sitting there and listening, and there wasn't much noise in there. There wasn't much noise, you know, in terms of like animals rustling about, or birds, or anything really. Do you know what I mean? There was very little noise at all. But every now and again you'd hear a fox in the distance or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely got under my skin, that place. So anyway, yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing. Is it's either going to be an Abandon Explore, because I really definitely want to do another one of those, and I really want to go somewhere that's going to be a little bit more interesting or whatever sort of thing, and blah blah blah. And like I said, even if I don't do Pluckley this Saturday coming, I'm definitely going to be doing it the Saturday after. I'm definitely going to go back there very soon again, definitely. So anyway, we'll see what Saturday brings, basically. So okay folks, I guess I better start heading towards work. I'm early anyway, but I'll start heading in that direction. So for the time being, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.